Hi everyone, Juju here, and today I am going to be highlighting some Disney pins from my personal collection. I have a lot of Disney pins. I have a lot of Disney pins. And when I say I have a lot of Disney pins, I have a lot of Disney pins. So sitting in front of me is a tub that has all of a lot of my collection that has been single pin. These are single pins. These are not out of mystery bags or out of mystery boxes. These are pins that I bought individually, and they are still on the backing. They've never been removed. And this is why I know I have a problem with Disney pins, because this tub is filled. This is the tub, and it is filled with Disney pins that are still on the backings. In this first part of my Disney personal pin collection series that I'm going to be doing, I am starting with the Disney Mickey Mouse, the main attractions pin set. These were jumbo pins that came out every month in 2022. That's when they were released. I know that there were some issues when some of these came out because this was right around the COVID time, nearing the end of COVID, and the supply chain was a little bit interrupted because of that. I know for a fact because I was in that business at the time. So not all of the pins came out every month like they were supposed to. It was supposed to start in January and go each month of the pin set. And there were also, along with the pins, there were other merchandise that they were releasing with the same theme. Each theme was for one of the main attractions at Walt Disney World. So the very first pin was released in January, along with the other. There was a set of ears. There was a Mickey and I believe a Minnie plush, and some others, maybe a mug or two, and some other things. But I was all about the pins. So the first pin that was released for the main attraction set was this one here for Space Mountain. So this pin, it has not been removed. It's never been off the backings. I have had it sitting in that tub for the last 2.5 years, because it's trying to find a way to display them in nicely. I don't want to just stick them on something and attach, hang it on the wall. I kind of want to do something really fun with it. It's just coming up with the idea for it. So this was the first pen that came out in January. And like I said, this was for Space Mountain. Very cool looking. Try and get a little better so you can see a little better. Nice, really nice pins, big jumbo pins. So the second pin that came out the next month was in February, was for Pirates of the Caribbean. This was the Pirates of the Caribbean pin. It's really nice. Like I said, none of mine have been out of the package. They've never been off the backings. Now this one I missed originally. My wife ended up ordering it on Shop Disney, and when it was still available. Thankfully, it was still available because this one I had originally missed. And my wife ended up getting the set of ears for this theme for the Pirates of the Caribbean. And the third one, so I'm not going to do all of them in one video. I don't want to bore you with everything, so I will break this up so that you guys can just, watch it for a few minutes and see these cool pins. And then I'll do the next one with the next three pins. So like I said, there was a pin that came out each month along with the other merch. So there were 12 pins in the set. So the next pin was for the Mad Tea Party. This one had the I wish I would have gotten the ears for this, because this particular group of merch was awesome looking. The ears were ridiculous. I mean, literally, they looked like with what's on top of Mickey's head here. But the pin is really nice, really cool colors. This one's probably one of my favorites, just because it's just cool looking. It is. It's really cool looking. So that's my 3 pins. That's the first 3 pins, sorry, of the Disney main attraction that came out in 2022. Very cool. And like I said, these were a little tough to get, because like I said, it came out one every month. The only good thing is that because it was during COVID time, around the end of COVID time, I guess, they had stock, and like I said, they didn't come out as scheduled every time. So when we got to the parks, I think we ended up going to the parks maybe 3 or 4 times that year, because they just had some really good deals, because they were wanting to get people back into the park. So when we would go, I would end up picking up two or three of them. I think I even got 3 of them one trip, because they were still available, because they hadn't sold out yet. I believe, like I said, the Pirates of the Caribbean one, and there may have been one other one that I had to get on Shop Disney, but all the rest were bought in the park. And they've, like I said, never been out of the package and never been removed from the backings. So it's a really fun pin set. If you are into pins, into Disney pins, especially Mickey, because all of these are Mickey and themed for the main attraction rides at Walt Disney World. So they're all going to be themed to that ride in the styling of the pin. So they're really nice, really good. They're jumbo pins. If you're a fan of Disney pins and you want to get this set, I do know that they sell them on eBay. Just be careful who you're buying them from. Some people sell them for way more than they probably should. I just happened to glance looking at something earlier, and somebody was selling the entire set of 12 for $600. I have no idea if that's a decent price or not, but that's what they're asking for. If you question the price that they're selling it for, check out what it has sold for. Don't always just go by what they're selling it at. Check out what it has sold for, and then try and find people who are selling it for the amount that was the best price in your opinion. So that's my 2 cents on eBay. Okay, so like I said, that's my 3 pins for this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, share out, hit that notification bell so that you know when the next video will be coming. I'm going to try and get these done. Throughout the week, so that I can release one every day. Just hope that work schedule and life works out with it, agrees with it. So thank you again. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know. Hey, did you get these pins yourself? What do you think of them? Are you interested in getting these pins now that you've seen them? Did you even know that they were around? That's another question. Some people didn't even know that they were around. So again, thank you all. Have a good day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is that you're watching this. And thank you again. And I will see you all next time. I am Juju, and see ya.